Welcome to the Christmas challenge. I'm down at Monk Lakes. Last year I tried to do my challenge, it didn't go so well. This challenge has not even started yet, I haven't even caught a carp. I think I overcomplicated it and it didn't, well, it was really cold and miserable and it didn't work. This year I'm going to keep things very simple. I've actually been given some bait from Carp Basics, which I've decided is my challenge. To try and catch a carp on a new range of bait that I've never used before in the winter, which is never the greatest time of the year to catch carp. I've got the whole day ahead of me, so hopefully I'll catch something, so let's go. Well, you're probably wondering what lake I'm on. I'm actually on Puma, one of the main lakes. I normally go on the match lakes because they're fun and you can get a lot of carp, especially in the winter. But I've come onto here for something a bit different this time. I had a good look round, I weren't sure what I was going to do. Well, I set up in a swim that I thought I might see a carp, or I might get a carp from, but I didn't see anything at all. I wasn't sure if I was going to go there or not. I started setting up and then I saw a carp jump in off an island, which was a couple of swims down from where I was. So I decided to move straight away. There's no point in setting up in a swim if there's nothing there. I moved down and I saw another carp jump, so it is looking promising. It's definitely an area where they are at the moment. I haven't seen anything else in the whole lake, which is not a lake that I've been on that many times. I think I've only been on it like once or twice in the past, but I knew an area that I might see one or two if I was lucky jumping out. I'm in like an open water area and I thought, yes, I'm going to see one jump, and one jumped off an island, which is something I wasn't expecting. But I've seen a couple of carp jumping, so I've set up here and I've put both of them right to the island because that's where I saw them. Now, one of my rods went absolutely fine. It went right up to where I saw that carp jump. The other one didn't go so far, so I may recast it. If you can find the carp in the winter, you can definitely get a bite or two. It's just I've got to fish effectively enough to fish for those carp that I saw. And at the moment I'm not fishing 100%. I did have a little issue putting out some bait as well. They kind of flew everywhere. The wind was hacking in towards me and had a little issue. I may end up getting out the spom and putting some bait up towards the island. But for now I'm just going to sit back and see what happens in this swim, and hopefully I'll catch something. I'll start by saying thank you for Carp Basics for giving me an array of bait. I've got bottom baits, I've got pop-ups, wafters, and I've got some liquid. It's all ocean fruit, which is a very interesting combination. You got like a fishy bit, but also got like a little tang of fruit right at the end of the smell, and I think that's an interesting combination. The rigs I'm using today is one's on the Ronnie rig on a helicopter setup. I put on a 15mm washed out pink pop-up on that, and the other one is a solid bag which I've got an ocean fruit yellow pop-up, but I've shaved it down because it's in a solid bag. I kind of want it to be a smaller bait. I'm going to be trying that as well. I may get a few bream because there's a lot of bream in these lakes. Over my running rig, I'm going to be feeding 15mm bottom baits of the ocean fruit. I've been soaking it in water overnight just to make them a little bit softer, and I've also been adding the liquid into there as well, just to give them an extra boost. I want all that flavour to be pumping out in the lake and waking them carp up and trying to get them moving and feeding really. I'm going to be looking for any opportunities today. If I see a carp jump somewhere else, I'm going to be moving. If not, I'm just going to continue in this swim that I've found some for now and keep going, and hopefully I'll catch something. I'm going to be trying really hard to try and get as many carp as I possibly can today, but one will do. Well, I haven't had anything so far. I've only got a couple of hours left until it goes dark, so I'm really cutting it down to the wire here, trying to catch a carp today. I've made a few changes. I had a bit of trouble putting out some boilies earlier. The wind was just blowing them off course, so I managed to put a spom straight over the top of where my rig is. Just a few chopped and a few whole ones out there, but just a bit more accurate really, especially with the wind. And then also I've recast a solid bag and just got a little bit more closer to the island, because I couldn't quite get there earlier. I just messed up the cast a little bit. I've also baited up another spot. Now in the next swim to me, there is a bit between the island and the bank, and there's a channel. So what I've done is I've put a handful of boilies in there. I'm going to give it, I don't know, maybe another half an hour, and then I'm going to put hook bait in there. I'm probably going to be fishing a cork dust wafter on that. That's the ocean fruit wafter. I haven't used it so far, and I think it's a perfect opportunity to use it, especially as I'm fishing closer in, and also I'm fishing a channel, so I don't really want anything sticking up too high. So it doesn't seem that leafy there, so I'm happy enough fishing a wafter. So I'm going to try that out in a little bit. I haven't really seen any more jumps or anything. I did see something small, like a little ripple come from the island, but not seen anything jump or anything show, and I haven't had anything, so clearly they were here. They may be still here, but I haven't had anything, which is not great really. I don't know what else to do at the moment. I'm gonna make, like I said, I'm gonna make a change and try that one down that little spot, that little channel. I think on the other one, I'm just gonna cast a solid bag around a little bit. Maybe just try out some open water areas. There's an open water area to my right, and there's an open water to my left. So I thought might as well try those spots and try and see if I can find them. Maybe they're in the middle a bit more as well. Maybe I can just come across one. So I think I'm going to do that in a little bit, and hopefully that makes a difference. You never know. Well, nothing's happened again. I've decided to bring that one in from the channel. I had a few issues with coots diving on it, and to be honest, I wasn't feeling it. And then I had a bream on the other rod on the solid bag, so yeah, I'm not on solid bag anymore. And also I saw a carp jump on the island. Now this morning I saw a carp jump on that island. I actually saw two carp in two different areas, but nothing happened all day, and then suddenly I've seen a carp jump again, and it's the same carp I saw this morning. But the thing is, it was closer to the island than it was before. that I didn't cast right up close to the island. I kept back a little bit because that's where I saw them jump. They weren't really close, they were like within like 6-7 feet, so that's where I was fishing and I wasn't getting anything. But that carp just jumped, and it was jumping at about a foot from the island. It's about 100 yards to get to the island, and it is a bit tricky to try and cast over there with a bit of wind on me, but I managed to get over there, and I've managed to cast both of them right close to the island. Only on singles, because I don't really want to do any spomming, and the throwing stick was a disaster this morning, so I'm not going to do any more of that. I also changed the other one over to a lead clip setup, still on the Ronnie rig, and I've stuck with the same pop-up, the yellow one, but I've actually just kept it whole this time. And yeah, both of them are right up, pinned up against the island. One is about a foot from the island where I saw that carp, and the other one's about 1.5 foot from the island, a little bit more further down where the carp was. So I've pinned 2 hook baits right up close to where that carp was showing. It was only about 20 minutes ago where it showed. I'm on single now, but you know, you never know, it could happen. That's what I'm hoping anyway. It's been a tricky day. It's been really hard. I thought I was going to be moving around, to be honest, but I didn't see anything else. I've seen nothing. I've looked around to try and see if I can see anything. I can see loads of swims and loads of areas from here, and loads of open water and islands, and I have not seen a single carp show apart from the island I'm actually fishing. There was no point of going anywhere else. I just felt I needed to stick to here. I needed to fish here. This is where the carp are, and they're still here. I just haven't had a bite. I've got about an hour and a half left in my session, so you never know, it could just suddenly happen out of nowhere. So let's see. Well, it's been a really hard session today. I've tried everything. I could have moved, I suppose, but those carp were jumping out, and to be honest, they were still there jumping out. I just don't think they were on the feed at the moment. Maybe they were just being put off by the weather, or maybe the extra rain we've had the last couple of days may have affected it. I don't know. I've tried very, very hard. Have a really good Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video.